Right now, insulin resistance is silently damaging the organs of over 100 million Americans, and most of them have no idea. If you're over 55, your risk jumps by 340%. But here's what nobody's telling you. 6 common kitchen spices can start reversing insulin resistance in as little as 48 hours. Not weeks, not months, days. Imagine waking up without that heavy, sluggish fog dragging you down every morning. No more energy crashes at 2 p.m. No more watching what everyone else eats while you sit there feeling deprived. I've ranked all 6 from worst to first so you know exactly which ones barely move the needle and which ones change your blood sugar numbers. And the number one spice on this list? A recent study found it improved insulin sensitivity by 29% in just 30 days. 29% without a single pill. It's probably sitting in your cabinet right now. You've walked past it 1,000 times, but you're using it completely wrong. And what I'm about to share directly contradicts what most doctors have been recommending for the last 20 years. They've had it backwards. By the end of this video, you'll finally understand why your blood sugar keeps creeping up no matter how many medications you take, how carefully you eat, or how hard you try. And it all starts with what's already in your kitchen. After 50, your cells lose their ability to respond to insulin by roughly 3% every single year. 3%, that doesn't sound like much until you realize it's been compounding for a decade or more. Insulin is the master key that unlocks your cells so sugar can get in and become energy. Without it working properly, sugar just floats around your bloodstream with nowhere to go. Your cells starve, your energy tanks, and your pancreas works overtime pumping out more insulin that your body keeps ignoring. When insulin resistance takes hold, everything falls apart. Your liver starts storing dangerous fat around your organs, your blood vessels stiffen, your risk of heart disease, stroke, and dementia quietly multiplies, and something called chronic low-grade inflammation starts spreading through your entire system. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but it's there, silently damaging your kidneys, your eyes, your nerves every single day. Now your doctor will tell you to cut carbs, exercise more, take your metformin. And sure, those things help, but they're treating symptoms. They're not addressing the root cause. Your cell's collapsing ability to recognize insulin anymore. This collapse, it's not inevitable. It's reversible. But you need to understand the science before we get to the spices. Certain kitchen spices force your body to restore insulin sensitivity at the cellular level. Not through some magical process, through basic biochemistry proven in clinical studies. Specific compounds in these spices reactivate your cell's insulin receptors so sugar finally gets absorbed instead of floating around causing damage. When insulin sensitivity kicks back in, your blood sugar can stabilize within hours. Glucose transporter activation, that's the fancy term for your cells finally opening their doors to sugar again, like a locked house suddenly getting its keys back. Fasting blood sugar levels can drop by 12 to 25% in a single month. You feel it immediately. The afternoon crashes disappear. The brain fog lifts. That constant thirst finally fades. And over weeks, the real healing begins. Your pancreas stops overworking. The dangerous fat around your liver starts shrinking. And that silent inflammation destroying your nerves and kidneys, it starts calming down. But not all blood sugar spices are created equal. Some are complete scams backed by zero evidence. Some work, but have dangerous side effects nobody warns you about, especially if you're already on medication. And a few are absolute game changers that cost pennies per serving. Spice number 6, raw ginger root. Everybody knows ginger. Your grandmother used it. Every health video mentions it. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols that have a mild effect on blood sugar. A study in the International Journal of Food Sciences found that ginger reduced fasting blood sugar by about 5% over 8 weeks. 5%. Ginger mostly works as an anti-inflammatory. It calms some of that chronic inflammation we talked about. But it barely touches the actual insulin receptor problem. It's not unlocking your cells. It's not restoring that glucose transporter activation. Think of it as putting a fresh coat of paint on a house with a crumbling foundation. Now here's where most people go wrong. They buy ginger supplements in capsule form and wonder why nothing happens. Raw ginger loses most of its potency when dried and stuffed into a pill. Grate a thumb-sized piece of fresh root into hot water and steep for 10 minutes. Drink it warm, not scalding, especially if you deal with acid reflux or a sensitive stomach. That gentle heat helps your gut absorb the gingerols without irritation. One warning: if you're on blood thinners like warfarin, ginger can increase bleeding risk. Talk to your doctor first. And if you're on metformin, high doses of ginger can occasionally drop your blood sugar too low, too fast. Start small. A single cup of ginger tea per day. Monitor your numbers. Score 2 out of 10. Necessary but insufficient. Spice number 5, cumin and black pepper. This combination gets hyped constantly on social media. You'll see posts claiming cumin melts belly fat and fixes blood sugar overnight. Cumin contains a compound called thymoquinone that affects insulin signaling. A study in complementary therapies in clinical practice found that cumin improved insulin levels by about 11% over 8 weeks. Better than ginger, but still minimal for reversing insulin resistance long-term. Cumin works primarily on your digestive enzymes. It helps your body break down food more efficiently, which slightly reduces blood sugar spikes after meals. But it doesn't fix the underlying receptor dysfunction. It's managing traffic better without widening the road. And most people sprinkle a tiny pinch on their food thinking they're getting therapeutic benefits. Not even close. The studies used doses equal to 2 full teaspoons daily. That's a lot of cumin in your food every single day. The black pepper pairing is smart. Piperine in black pepper increases the bioavailability of almost every spice by up to 2,000%. That's not a typo. 2,000%. So if you're using cumin, always add a generous crack of fresh black pepper. Toast your cumin seeds in a dry pan for 90 seconds until fragrant. Then grind them fresh. That roasting activates the volatile oils and makes the compounds far more available. Mix half a teaspoon of ground cumin with a quarter teaspoon of black pepper into soups, scrambled eggs, or roasted vegetables. Make it part of your cooking, not another capsule you're choking down. But even with perfect preparation, cumin and black pepper alone won't get you where you need to be. Score 4 out of 10. Modest benefits, slow results. Now we're getting somewhere. Spice number 4, fenugreek seeds soaked in water. Nobody talks about this one. And that's a shame because the research is genuinely impressive. Criminally underrated. Your muscle cells have tiny doorways called GLUT4 transporters. When insulin resistance takes hold, those doorways rust shut. Sugar can't get in. Energy plummets. Everything backs up. Fenugreek contains a unique amino acid called 4-hydroxycellulosine that directly stimulates those GLUT4 transporters to open again. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who consumed soaked fenugreek seeds daily saw fasting blood sugar drop by 32% in just 6 weeks. 32%. That's not a typo. And it's fast. Some people report less afternoon fatigue within the first 5 days. The brain fog starts clearing. That constant, heavy feeling after meals begins to fade. A bag of fenugreek seeds costs about $3 and lasts over a month. $3. You don't need a fancy extract or an expensive supplement, just the whole seeds. Soak 2 tablespoons in warm water overnight. In the morning, drink the water and chew the softened seeds before breakfast. That overnight soak breaks down the outer coating and releases the 4-hydroxycellulosine so your stomach doesn't have to fight through the raw fiber. This is gentle on your gut. No acid reflux, no stomach burning, just a slightly bitter, nutty taste you get used to within a week. One caution: fenugreek can lower blood sugar significantly. If you're on metformin or any diabetes medication, don't just add this without telling your doctor. You need to monitor your levels closely because the combination could push you into hypoglycemia. Start with 1 TBSP and track your numbers for the first 2 weeks. Score 8 out of 10. Powerful, affordable, fast-acting. This next one is controversial. Spice number 3, cinnamon bloomed in coconut oil. Cinnamon exploded in popularity a decade ago as a blood sugar remedy. Most of the claims were nonsense. People were dumping cheap cinnamon into coffee and expecting miracles. But for insulin resistance, the science is legit if you use it correctly. Cinnamon contains methyl hydroxycalcone polymer. Fancy name, simple job. It mimics insulin, Your cells mistake this compound for real insulin and start opening their doors to glucose, like a master key that fits the same lock. But raw cinnamon powder has terrible bioavailability. Your body barely absorbs it. Most passes straight through doing nothing. This is why studies showing zero results use plain cinnamon stirred into water. The trick is blooming. Heat a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia, the cheap kind that can damage your liver, in a tablespoon of coconut oil over low heat for 2 minutes. That fat-soluble environment makes the active compounds up to 4 times more absorbable. A study in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that properly prepared cinnamon improved insulin sensitivity by 37% over 40 days. 37%. Athletes and bodybuilders have used this trick before high-carb meals for years to blunt blood sugar spikes. Now you know why. Add that bloomed cinnamon oil to your morning oatmeal. Drizzle it over sweet potatoes. Stir it into warm almond milk before bed. You're not swallowing another pill. You're seasoning your food and your cells are quietly waking back up. Not the most pleasant taste on its own, but the results speak for themselves. Score: 8.5 out of 10. Extremely effective, requires preparation. Spice number 2, turmeric golden paste with black pepper. Turmeric contains the highest natural concentration of curcumin of any edible spice on the planet. Pound for pound, nothing else in your kitchen comes close. And curcumin doesn't just reduce inflammation. It activates an enzyme called AMPK, the same enzyme that metformin targets, the same molecular pathway. A study in diabetes care found that curcumin improved beta cell function by 43% over 9 months. 43%. Your beta cells produce insulin. When they burn out, type 2 diabetes becomes permanent. Curcumin protects them, but raw turmeric powder has about 3% bioavailability. Your body throws away 97% of it. This is why turmeric capsules barely work. Golden paste changes everything. Mix a 1/4 cup of turmeric powder with 1/2 cup of water and a tablespoon of coconut oil in a saucepan. Heat gently, stirring for 7 minutes until it forms a thick paste. Add a full teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. That piperine boosts curcumin absorption by 2,000%. Store it in a glass jar in your fridge. Keeps for 2 weeks. Take 1 TSP every morning in warm milk or a smoothie. Eat it immediately. Curcumin degrades quickly once dissolved. Within 2 weeks, people report less joint stiffness. Within a month, visible differences in fasting blood sugar readings. The only reason this isn't number 1 is consistency. You have to make the paste fresh every 2 weeks. You have to remember to take it every single day. And the taste is earthy and strong. Not everyone sticks with it. If you commit daily, it outperforms most over-the-counter blood sugar supplements. But commitment is the key word. Score: 9 out of 10. Extremely powerful, requires commitment. Here it is, the absolute king of insulin-resistant spices. Spice number 1, the berberine-rich spice blend. Turmeric, cinnamon, and ginger combined in warm milk. This is a strategic combination that attacks insulin resistance from 3 angles simultaneously. Turmeric activates AMPK and protects your beta cells. Ceylon cinnamon mimics insulin at the receptor level. Ginger calms the chronic inflammation, blocking the entire system. Alone, each one is good. Together, they create what researchers call a synergistic potentiation effect. Each spice amplifies the others. Your body converts these compounds into active metabolites with ruthless efficiency when delivered together in a fat-containing liquid. 1 cup gives you about 500 milligrams of curcumin, 120 milligrams of cinnamaldehyde, and 250 milligrams of gingerols. Insulin sensitivity can improve by 29 to 46% within 30 days. Multiple studies confirm this using blood glucose monitors, HbA1c tests, and fasting insulin panels. The effects are sustained, no temporary dip followed by a rebound spike. The AMPK activation keeps working for hours. The insulin mimicry extends through your next meal. The anti-inflammatory action keeps those cellular doorways from rusting shut again. A landmark study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that adults over 55 who consumed a multi-spice blend daily for 12 weeks showed fasting blood sugar reduced by 28%. HbA1c dropped by 1.2 points. Beta cell function improved by 34%. Chronic inflammatory markers fell by 41%. The same inflammation that damages your kidneys, nerves, and eyes. Here's exactly how to make it. Warm 1 cup of whole milk or unsweetened almond milk over low heat. Add half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, half a teaspoon of turmeric, a quarter teaspoon of ground ginger, a generous pinch of black pepper, and a teaspoon of coconut oil or ghee. Simmer gently for 3 minutes. Don't boil it. Drink it warm 30 minutes before your largest meal. That timing matters. You're priming your insulin receptors right before they need to work hardest. People report feeling warmer and more alert within hours. The post-meal crashes stop within days. Within 3 to 4 weeks, the difference on your glucometer is undeniable. This costs less than 40 cents per serving. 5 minutes to prepare. You're not adding another pill. You're making a warm, comforting drink that happens to be one of the most powerful natural insulin sensitizers ever studied. Score 10 out of 10. Buy pure Ceylon cinnamon, not cheap cassia. Look for organic turmeric with no fillers. Most health stores carry everything for about $6 total, a full month's supply. The taste is warm, earthy, slightly bitter. Some people love it. Others tolerate it because the results are so dramatic they can't imagine stopping. One warning, turmeric can temporarily turn your stool yellowish. Don't panic. Completely harmless. It means your body's absorbing the curcumin. Another warning, this blend lowers blood sugar significantly. If you have a history of hypoglycemia, or you're on metformin, sulfonylureas, or any diabetes medication, consult your doctor before starting. Stacking this on top of prescription drugs can push your blood sugar dangerously low. But for the vast majority of people over 55 struggling with insulin resistance, this spice blend is the single most effective natural approach you can drink. Here's your implementation plan. Start with the golden spice milk every morning. 1 cup 30 minutes before your biggest meal. That's your foundation. In the afternoon, add either soaked fenugreek seeds or bloom cinnamon if you want to accelerate results. Pick one and stay consistent. If you want maximum impact, rotate in the turmeric golden paste 3 to 4 times per week alongside your morning blend. Within 3 days, the afternoon energy crashes start fading. Within a week, the brain fog diminishes noticeably. Within 2 weeks, you're reaching for sugary snacks less, and your energy holds steady all day. Within a month, your fasting blood sugar numbers will shock your doctor at your next checkup. But consistency is everything. This is a daily habit, just like brushing your teeth, just like taking your medications, and it costs about $6 a month. Compare that to prescriptions costing hundreds with side effect lists longer than your arm. Don't make these critical errors. Don't drink it with food already in your stomach. You need that 30-minute window for maximum absorption. Don't skip the black pepper. Without piperine, you lose 95% of curcumin, and don't expect overnight miracles. Full restoration takes 4 to 6 weeks of daily use. Don't stop prescribed medications without talking to your doctor. These spices support your system powerfully, but you need medical supervision for any major changes to your treatment plan. Work with your doctor to gradually adjust, not against them. And don't buy the processed, sugar-loaded, pre-mixed versions in fancy packaging. Pure is everything. Read labels. Avoid added sugars, maltodextrin, anti-caking agents, and artificial flavors. If the ingredient list has more than one item, put it back. Your body wants to heal. Your cells want to respond to insulin properly, but they need the right raw materials. For decades, you've been told metabolic decline is just part of aging. That's a lie. It's preventable, it's reversible, but you have to give your body what it needs. You're not fighting aging. You're correcting a nutritional deficiency that modern diets created. Your great-grandparents cooked with turmeric, cinnamon, ginger, and fenugreek every single day. They seasoned everything. They simmered spices into warm milk before bed. We don't anymore. We eat processed foods stripped of these compounds, flavored with chemicals instead of spices, and wonder why blood sugar spirals out of control after 55. You're not broken. Your diet is broken. Fix the diet. Fix the insulin resistance. Here's my challenge to you. 1 cup of golden spice milk every day for 30 days. Just 30 days. Write down your fasting glucose number this morning. Write it down again in 30 days. You'll see a difference even your doctor can't argue with. The science is bulletproof. The results are real. but you have to do it. Your insulin resistance won't fix itself. Start tomorrow morning. 1 cup of warm milk with half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, half a teaspoon of turmeric, a quarter teaspoon of ginger, black pepper, and coconut oil. 30 minutes before your biggest meal. 30 days. Your cells will thank you. Your energy will thank you. Your independence will thank you. Let's fix this starting tomorrow morning. If this information changes the way you look at the common spices in your kitchen, please subscribe and like the channel. We are uncovering the health secrets that have been hidden in plain sight for far too long. Let's reclaim your vitality and sow the seeds of a healthier future. The next breakthrough in natural healing will be revealed soon.